Hello, Monsters Abound here. Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Immortal Empires and part 27 of my Khalida campaign. Archaon's shown up. Well, not Archaon, but a bunch of his Chaos trash have washed up on my shores and started burning my stuff to the ground. Bloody typical. Never mind, we have armies racing over to the west to deal with them. There's King Lamizash, Khalida's defending. I think they might go for Fyrus. If they do, we might be able to pick off an army there. Got to be a little bit careful because these guys could potentially cut us off. So just have to keep that in mind. We've also got Ibermoose and King Peter Andre over in the wastelands here. They're probably going to... Now the problem is the greenskins do look like they might declare war on us fairly soon. Although it is improving because they don't like the Warriors of Chaos. So, maybe, and I did potentially want to look at making some more armour, but I might hold off. We've only got 100 canopic jars. We are getting, what's that like, 23 a turn at the moment, just passively. And we do have King Setep here, who we managed to recruit after we used the Great Incantation of Tahoth. This time, I actually managed to remember to use the incantation and then recruit my general. I know, I was just as amazed as you were, but that has been done. We now have another army recruiting over in Lamia there. That's just so that if the greenskins do decide to attack, then we have a defensive force here. I might just write off the Badlands. We might go and finish off. This is the last of Cetra's Tomb Kings here, just the one. King Nebem Aket. He's being chased down by Mittens. Mittens going to use him as a chew toy or something. Cats don't have chew toys. Like a ball of yarn. There we go. That's what he's going to do. Chase him down like one of them. And then of course we do have King Rakash down here. He was going to go on a little excursion across to Lustria, but we've had to put that on hiatus, unfortunately, until basically the Chaos trash have been thrown out. So let's just end the turn and see what happens. Prince Deskhead is lucky. It's nice to see. Looks like Vlad has been pushed out of Sylvania, although he has... Oh, I think he had these already, didn't he? Has he taken the mountains? I think he's taken the mountains. Looks like Ruglash and Prince are just taking swings at each other, but so far no one's managed to connect. I think Cetra's probably just like, well, may as well just let it happen. And the Skaven are up to something, and I don't trust them. Okay. Interesting. I'm not sure where they're going. The Skaven are... I don't think the Skaven are actually at war with that faction of Chaos. Confederation, the Lothran Order of Lawmasters confederated finally. Damage building, yeah. Assault garrison, blah blah blah. Right, Skaven.
Address me and defy us, and we spray your tombs, yes.
What, why? Oh my, Jesus, guys. Just, Christ, just, oh my God. Okay, they are at war with them. So maybe they came down to deal with his armies for some reason, but then decided that they weren't strong enough, so ran away. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know. Now, I think Martak might be in a bit of trouble. Do we have any... We could get another Lich Priest. Do I want to... Where are all my agents? Guys, right, Araru, you're over there. Yeah, you're marching down. You come down. That's fine. Deskhead is still in the Empire, beating up Scarstick. Oh no, we were going to beat up Ruglash, weren't we? Boom, got him. Nice work. Nice work indeed. And for that, you can have some ceremonial bandages. Enjoy. Let it never be said that I don't give my agents anything to use. There we go. So that's pretty, Aros. Now you are... Oh, you're on New Lich Priest, so you can join in with King Setep. There we go. That's fine. And then, of course, Gordon Ramsay himself, who is still in the Badlands and moving down. And Ivy Moose, can you just finish off? Thank you. And Khemri is now a dead faction. We've got Armour of Fortune. That's very useful. And Ivy Moose is a good attacker. Of course he is. Now, I was checking out some of my generals before I started recording, and Lamizash has absolutely zilch. So we are going to give him some bits there. I think that's a good idea. Peter Andre.
A true warrior of Libaras.
He really is, isn't he? He really is a true warrior. You've got a lot of Tomb Guard.
A loyal servant.
Yes, I've heard that. But they're all not very highly ranked.
They have served me well.
Okay, yeah, you don't need to... Alright, what about a chariot? I mean, Peter Andre deserves to ride around in style, doesn't he? I think he does, so there we go. That's what he's going to get. And we are going to very quickly move over to reinforce Khalida's armies. I'm a little bit... Martak. You do have sort of a garrison. But I can't reach it in one turn. How do I feel about beating that army? It's a bunch of Chaos Warriors. We've got a lot of Tomb Guard. I think we can do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sneak up. Is there any way we can get a better chance of ambush? It's only 40%, which isn't particularly good. Well, maybe if we do this. We're still in range of the city. If we ambush, they won't see us. So maybe they think they can take on the garrison. So they're going charging down and run straight into King Rakash there. I think that's probably what I'm going to do. I mean, could we take out that army? Okay, well, I'm not sure where that fleet is going. Unless it couldn't land. And so it's going around. I think that might be... I think it's going for Pyrus, but it couldn't land. So if we go over here and set up an ambush, it might come round the other side of the island and get caught. That's what we'll do there. And at Martek, I might just have to sacrifice you for the greater good. Let's move... I'm just a little bit wary of getting caught. Now, our armies are still multiple turns off, so I think... If we go here, we can always retreat. I think. I hope. Okay, let's repair that building. This is very sort of like... you have to be very careful when you've got enemies like the Chaos Warriors in a big... I need to pick them off one by one and then concentrate my forces. But until Ivy Moose and Peter Andre reach the front, I'm a little bit on the back foot, so I might have to just give them up territory as I reposition my forces. And there's no point upgrading any of these buildings because the likelihood is they're going to get burned to the ground. Well, Bel Alid, maybe you can get walls up in time. I think it's worth a shot. Do we have anything in Libris that we want upgraded? We could go for the Necroservant Nest, and I think I am going to do that. I mean, on the other hand, can we not afford that? Do we? Oh, we've already got it. So we could get the... Do we already have it? Oh, we're building it. That's why it's not ticked. Okay, that makes sense. Right, so let's get a Necrosphinx statue. That makes sense to me. Okay, so let's just hope that that La Mizash doesn't get overrun. Just got to be a little bit careful. And hopefully I won't get spotted. If I can just catch a couple of their armies out of position, it'll make life a lot easier for me. But I need some agents down there as well so that I can keep an eye on where everything is, because I don't want an army suddenly appearing out of the fog of war and catching me. Because 2 Chaos armies versus one of my Tomb King armies would not... It wouldn't go very well for me, let's put it that way. Oh, okay. Well, that's one army sorted, I guess. Ooh, that's too many armies in one place for my liking. Ah, we don't have anyone with lightning strike either, do we? You know what? If I was feeling particularly ballsy, I might... Wait, if we... They will get reinforcements from everyone. Okay, Rakash was spotted. We got raiding going on there. That is too many armies to deal with. I kind of need someone with lightning strike, really, but I've got no one that's actually put any points in this blue line. That's going to be problematic. I mean, at least they dealt with one, so that's nice. Do I maybe want to make a stand?
Never. Asinine mortal. Address me as your highness.
It could be a really bad idea. I could garrison Al Hike and then just hold until reinforcements arrive. I mean, the Chaos Warriors will annihilate the Skeleton Spearmen. Not even a contest. However, the Ushabti, and we will have a lot of friggin' Ushabti, will wreck their infantry. If only we had more Stalkers. But I reckon I can... This feels a little bit sacrificial, but what I'm going to do is... La Mizash is going to defend Al Hike, and then at the same time, Khalida, and this could go very badly for me, is going to...
My goddess forbids it.
No, she doesn't.
Forward!
There we go. Is going to ambush stance here, and I mean, one of these armies might peel off and attack, and if they do, so much the better. Hatip, you've got a skill point. Let's go with... Spirit Leech might be good for killing any agents, not agents, champions and stuff. You guys have already moved. You are approaching at speed, but not fast enough, frankly. Let's get these guys over here to help out. There's another Chaos army around here somewhere. There he is. I can't quite reach him. But I'm fairly confident in being able to take him on, so I'm going to try and sneak up on him and jump him when he least expects it. Because we've got a lot of Tomb Guard, we've got these Tomb Scorpions, Ushabti, all that kind of good stuff. I think we can wipe that army out, and then that just leaves however many there were. Right, Prince Descared, you have got another turn of minus 50% chance to succeed against anything, but you've still got... I mean, you've got no chance of being wounded, so can you maybe assassinate this Goblin Big Boss? No, but, you know, good attempt. Good attempt all the same. Let's get another Tomb Prince, I think. Let's get the patronage of Queen Rasut. Patron of Queen Rasut of the Second Dynasty, Exalter of the Priesthood. apparently, which sounds fine. Sure. Oh, the Wood Elves have shown up. That's not looking good for Skarsnik. Poor old Skarsnik. He's had a very angry skeleton in a chariot rolling around, beating him up when he least expects it, and then once he finally manages to hold himself up in Wissenberg, suddenly Orion rocks up with a bunch of Wood Elves. God, I hate Wood Elves. Well, the Skaven have they dealt with one army and they've now left, so I can't really ask for more, to be honest. Oh my god, that's a lot of chaos. That is a shitload of chaos. Okay, well at least we've got the Pyramid of King Far. The Qatar, that's finished. That's giving us even more canopic jars. I've got to be a little bit careful now because these guys might decide to break for me. So let's just move up. In fact, what we could do is, Ibermoose, can you ambush? This might be really suicidal, but this is what we're going to do. I mean, we can always retreat if need be. That would only get reinforced by one army. And I could catch you. Okay, so could Khalida take on 2 Chaos armies by herself? It's a bit of an ask, isn't it? However, these guys have been marching, so they are all tired.
What?
The problem is, once I dealt with those armies, there's no one to back her up. If Lamizash can hold for another turn, let's give Hetekor indomitable will here. If he can hold for one more turn, our army should be in position. We can move them all up and then mob them all at once, potentially. Okay, let's continue our ambush here, and I think Rakash can hit Azarabor. Yep, that looks fine to me. I mean, they do have a lot of Chaos Spawn. Chaos Spawn are pretty nasty. But I think we've got this. It's a little bit greener than it looks on the campaign map. A little bit more Blizzard Man-y as well. I think this map might be in the wrong place. Never mind. So we've set up, we're attacking the Chaos army. I've not fought Chaos as the Tomb Kings before. But still, whenever I fight Chaos, the first thing I think of is how am I going to kill that sodding Hell Cannon? And in the forest over here, we've got some Stalkers. Now, the Chaos army is ridiculously close to these Stalkers. If they move, I think probably here, they'd spot them. As soon as they spot them, those Stalkers are mincemeat because there's no one to support them. So I'm hoping, my heart is in my throat at the moment. I just, every single time some of these units move a little bit closer, like these Chaos Hounds, they just move. I just go, oh my god, they're going to get spotted. Where are these guys going? No, they're getting a bit close. A little bit close. So I'll decide that actually maybe... I decided I'm going to target something else with the artillery because I might be driving them back. So, however, the Chaos army moves on without spotting the Stalkers, and that means that Hell Cannon is now a prime target. We can hopefully pick it off with the Stalkers hidden in the trees. It's going to make life a little bit easier for us. So our army is fairly potent. We've got lots of Tomb Guard. We've got Hellbards either sort of end, anchoring the lines in the centre of just normal Tomb Guard. Then we've got the Tomb King and a Pashidu. So that's Rakash over there. And we got 2 Tomb Scorpions. And we've also got some Stalkers held in reserve. I almost put both units over in the trees, but I decided, no, I'm just going to leave one just in case they do get spotted. So in come some chariots, Chaos Chariots moving up. And the Chaos Trolls moving ahead of the Chaos, slightly slower Chaos Warriors. They're going to get shot to pieces, and these chariots are going to come round into the flank of my Hellbards. Not ideal, but not the worst. That charge was pretty poor, to be honest. They got kind of caught up on their own Chaos Trolls, and then they bombed their own Chaos Trolls with the Hell Cannon, so that's fine. We're targeting the Marauders over there with our archers. Don't want these Chaos Hounds try to get in around behind, but thankfully the Tomb Scorpion and the Stalkers managed to take them out. Good work there. Got more Chaos Spawn hitting the left of our line. We've got some Chaos Knights over there as well. The Chaos Infantry is very, very slow. And in the distance there, our Stalkers are making their move towards the Hell Cannon. Hello, boys. Well, that's that out of operation. Thank God for that. Back at the main battle line, the infantry is closing. And on our right flank, we've managed to drive the enemy away, but now the infantry are moving in. On the left flank, we're going to buff ourselves with the Pars Protection upgrade. Or Pars Protection upgraded. That's going to increase our armour and melee defence, and that's going to be useful because there's a lot of stuff hitting the left of our line. These poor Tomb Guard Hellbards are being hit by Chaos Knights and Chaos Spawn. But obviously they're good against large, so that's going to be... But look at their melee defence, 110 melee defence there, while Pars Protection was up. So that's very nice there. The Tomb Scorpion's going to get stuck in. The Stalkers have moved in to reinforce our lines, take out those Chaos Knights. It's looking pretty good. On the right, again, we're being hit hard, but fortunately our Ushabti and the Tomb Scorpion have got stuck in against these Chaos Warriors and their Trolls. And then our Hellbards are holding firm against the other Chaos Warriors. So far, so good. In the centre of our line, Rakash and Pashidu going up against the Chaos Lord. Ushabti have got stuck in as well. The left of their line is looking a little bit depleted. Attacking our Hellbards with their Chaos Spawn, and their cavalry was probably a bad idea for them. Come the Stalkers to finish off these Chaos Spawn as the Chaos Knights break and run, terrified by, I think, the Tomb Scorpion. In fact, Chaos Warriors all over the battlefield, breaking and running, and our Stalkers have finished off the Hell Cannon and are moving in to finish up any fleers, any runners. There's a big blob of Chaos Warriors still on the right flank here. But we've now got them surrounded. And Kawataman is going to throw a bolt of light into the centre of them and kill quite a few. They get surrounded as more Tomb Guard move into the rear. And they're not going to be very happy, especially when the Ushabti start carving into their lines.
Such unholy resilience. Evil and foul. We don't forgive.
And the Chaos Warriors decide to break and run. They're not going to get away very easily against the Ushabti. Ushabti are very, very fast and good against infantry. And the Tomb Scorpion, of course, is going to wreck face pretty much. So a lot of these Chaos Warriors getting hacked down. There's still some Chaos Warriors fleeing into the distance there. Ushabti and Stalkers moving in to mop up. And our archers are giving them a farewell gift of several arrows in the back of the head.
Such unholy resilience. Evil and foul. Evil and foul. We don't forgive. We don't forgive.
That actually went a lot better than I thought it was going to. We only lost 98. And I think what I'm going to do... I'm tempted to take the replenishment. In fact, I might do that because a lot of our settlements to the north have been razed. Yeah, let's take... I was going to take the campaign march to move them faster, but then because there's going to be no replenishment along the way, I think we are going to go for the replenishment. And he is going to run away. And he is dead as well. This army is should be fairly easy to just... Oh, okay, I should have saved that. Never mind. Well, I wasn't going to fight that, but Jesus, that was a bit brutal, considering... Bloody auto-resolve. Never use auto-resolve if you have to. God damn auto-resolve. I'm half... I should have saved. We lost a unit. It was only a tomb guard. But a lot of our units are now really beat up. It's in foreign territory. Okay, what we're going to do is march out. Oh, we're still in... Oh, friggin' hell. Because they've raised everything. Okay, we're going to have to... Oh, damn it. Should have fought that other battle. Didn't think auto-resolve was going to screw me over quite as badly as it did. Okay, never mind. Right. Prince Deskhead. Let's go and kill... can we kill anyone over here? We can kill this Thograt. Boop. No, you didn't. You didn't kill him. Just poor show. Never mind. What I think I am going to get is... I want to get one of these. And I think I'm going to go for... The Public Order would be good. Growth would be good as well. Let's get the Proclamation of the Second Dynasty. From the sands comes steed and shadow. The desert stables open to the gallop of death. Growth plus 10 and income from post-battle loot plus 10 and construction cost minus 10 for cavalry buildings. Not that we really care much about that. But that works for me. Right, if Khalida isn't spotted and they don't attack Al Haik, then next turn we should be good to potentially attack them in what is going to be a fairly huge battle. Because there's going to be no lightning strikes, so it's all going to be one big battle. Let's go for the arrows of... yeah, let's go for the arrows of Asaf. We'll get Rakash back into our territory, recruit another Tomb Guard unit, and then move north to assist if there's anyone left to help by that point. And I think I do like Birona's Time Warp. So let's get that. Let's do that. And then Pashidu, you can get... I would like more Necropolis Knights with halberds. That's... yeah, I think I'm going to go for that. I know we've already done that with Gordon Ramsay, but I think we're going to go for it with that as one as well. I think that's my... maybe I should have gone for mobility. Never mind. No point worrying about it now. So Rakash is a taskmaster and Ibimus is an ambusher. So what does that do? More success chance for ambush? More than likely, I would guess. Ambush success chance plus 5 and ambush defense chance plus 10. And this one just gives more campaign movement and campaign line of sight, which is quite nice to have. Ooh, that is unexpected. They've split up. Okay, that could work in our favour. That could work in our favour indeed. So we've got the Proclamation of the Second Dynasty, so that's growth and income from post-battle loot. That's going to be useful because we're going to have a lot of crap to rebuild. And we could go for another one of these. A new Shabti Hawkish Precision. I don't know what that does, but it sounds amazing. We could get another Proclamation. Just go for ambush success chance and income from sacking and looting. Fourth Dynasty, defend your kingdom and attack the weak. Glory is in victory at all costs. Good. Yep, let's get that. makes sense. We are actually making a lot of cash. So, right, let's move you back down here. It's going to give you replenishment, and also we are going to grab not Tomb Guard because we can't actually get them here. Bugger. Do we just want... Maybe just want a chariot. To be honest, against Chaos, I quite like the army we had, but Carrion would probably be useful to hunt down those hell cannons.
Bring me Neferata's head.
Okay. If we attack...
High Queen Khalida.
What I'm not sure about is if we attack this army, will Lamizash be able to attend the battle? Because I know if I was to attack this army, they can't reinforce because it's under siege. But if I attack the sieging army, what then?
This is my climate.
What then? You know what? I don't know. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quick save it
Rias.
and then try.
Strike at them.
Nope, it would just be one of us again. Mind you, we actually got a good chance at that.
We withdraw. Come then.
So what happens then if...
Power. You define me.
Oh, that was the wrong army. Is that why? Not what I want. So if I attack this army,
We fight.
then they can reinforce. Yes, and we get the settlement garrison. Okay. That looks good to me.
Return to Liberus.
Don't worry, Lamizash. We'll save you. Well, Khalida will anyway. So, Lamizash army moving in from the rear there. Unfortunately, he's also getting some of his garrison units, so it's quite a lot of just janky spearmen, Nehekaran warriors, all that kind of rubbishy stuff. The Chaos army, on the other hand, is sort of milling around in confusion. Not quite sure who to attack first by the looks of it. Which works in my favour because it gives me some time to get my units into position. As Khalida's army moves up to try and... We're going to try and trap them in a sort of three-way sort of mob, basically. The enemy chariots, however, have charged straight into our lines, into some Nehekaran warriors, and carved their way through them fairly easily, but we've got them tied down with some spearmen. Basically, this line just has to hold. Khalida's army is going to do all the hard work. Hatip has snuck in, dropped a purple sun, and then snuck out again. What a little tinker. Little devious bugger. He's now running to the safety of his own lines. Who can blame him? A little bit worried about the right flank here because a lot of the Chaos army is probably going to try and sneak around. So we've got the Stalkers held in reserve, and then the Ushabti Great Bows. Over the distance there is the Necropolis Knights, the Cobra Riders, and also 2 units of Archer Chariots. And on Lamizash's left flank, looks like Chaos Knights and Chariots now charging towards us. The Ushabti, we've got 4 units of the bloody things, led by Hetekor, are just waiting for their chance. There is a unit of Chaos Infantry moving up into the position, and that looks like a good target. We don't particularly want to attack the Hellbuds, but these Chaos Warriors are getting shot up, and also are in a good position to get charged by every single unit of Ushabti. And this is why you don't want to probably attack Ushabti with heavy infantry. I think I saw someone's head fly off then. Yep, so that unit of Chaos Warriors is basically dying very quickly. There is a unit of Hellbuds moving up, but they are getting shot by our archers, and also some Nehekaran warriors are going to move up to engage them and pin them in place so our Ushabti can finish them off. Flock of Jeff, all hail to Jeff for finishing off the Hell Cannons for me, and Khalida's army is standing strong against the vast majority of the Chaos Horde. The Stalkers have done fantastic work by fighting off multiple units of Chaos Knights and doing it admirably. Look at that, they've murdered 30 and no sign of letting up. They're just hacking them down. They're stopping all these units from getting around towards the Screaming Skull Catapult and of course the Chosen. We've still got lots of units held in reserve just in case we do need them, but at the moment I'm fairly happy with how that's going. Got a couple of chariots now moving in. We've got these Chaos Warriors right in the way, and that's going to get a reasonably good charge off them. Do significant damage, going to pull those out. This unit of chariots, however, is decided that is going to go and assist Khalida's little defence over on the right flank. Now Mizash's army is just mopping up the few units that decided to go and attack it. Mostly the Chaos Horde has hit Khalida, but fortunately Khalida's getting stuck in here. 35 kills already, and oh, here comes some chariots to lend a hand. Chaos Warriors flying everywhere, and unsurprisingly they decide to break very, very quickly. Just the Chaos Spawn still holding on, but they're falling. The Chaos Army is breaking and running. A few units still doggedly holding up. The Hell Cannon still fighting, although I think that's unbreakable. There we go. The Flock of Jeff, all hail to Jeff, have finished off both Hell Cannons by themselves. Good work there. So the Stalkers just finishing off some of the fleeing Hellbots. Going to try and kill as many as possible so we don't have a repeat performance of Rakash's auto-resolve to finish them off. There was a couple of blobs, one unit of Chaos Marauders and one unit of Chaos Warriors fleeing off into the distance here, and they're probably a good place for this chariot and probably even the Cobra Riders to finish off.
Such unholy resilience. This was not meant to be. No! They will succumb. We'll be back. So be it. This was not meant to be.
Okay, well that's the siege lifted, and a lot of chaos dead. Let's... oh, I do kind of want the jars, but the campaign replenishment. Do we need... I mean, I'm going to take the replenishment just because we need to be ready to attack next turn or defend, because there's still armies out there. They're still looking a little bit troublesome. But I think IB Moose, Mittens, and oh, you're ambushing, and Peter Andre should be able to. I think. Right, I'm going to save it this time and see what happens.
Will be mine.
Okay, that's fine. And I'm going to take the jars this time, I think. And I'm going to keep Lemizash outside the city. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set up an ambush. I'm hoping that maybe these Chaos armies think they can take on Khalida and the garrison by themselves, and then they get themselves in trouble by because Lemizash is there to reinforce them. However, I think that means there's just 2 Chaos armies left. I mean, considering that when they came out of the fog of war in the sea over here, I panicked a little bit. That's actually gone pretty well. And I'm a Moose and Mittens have a skill point which I think I'm going to give to Conqueror. Kill many and you are a conqueror. Godhood is then but a protracted slaughter away. Words I live by. And then King Peter Andre, kind of tempted to go for Keeper of Law. You know what, these I'm not very impressed by the first force, or the first 3 spells you get, but the second 2, very powerful. So I think I'm going to go for the Incantation of Desiccation, because that debuff, I mean, minus 44 and then minus 27 melee defense, because melee attack and defense are used to roll for your ability to be able to hit an enemy. To debuff both at the same time means the enemy aren't going to hit you as often, but because their melee defense is lowered, you're going to hit them more. So it works both ways. So I think that's a very good skill, very good spell to have. So we'll pick that one up. That seems good to me. And I think Prince Araru, can you go and duff up some of these guys? You did. Nice work. You kind of took out some you damaged a chariot and killed some Chaos Warriors. That's not a bad start. And can we block you as well? Success. Nice. He's not going to be going anywhere. I suspect we might lose Martek and maybe the Eye of the Panther, but otherwise I think we're in a pretty good place. Not too bad at all. Managed to finish off those Chaos armies. That was good. I was worried, but no, that was fine. I managed to dig myself out of it. Good work, me. So there we go. So we're running out of time, so I'm going to have to leave it there. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.